Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. How to let go. This is going to be the topic of our video today, so you guys buckle up. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. This is the first YouTube video that I've ever done on a whiteboard, okay? But you guys really need not only the auditory experience, but the visual experience, not just me as a visual experience, although I know you guys like looking at me. Okay, the topic of today is how to let go and how to detach, okay? Whether it's from a relationship, whether it's from you want a certain lifestyle, you want some money, you want a person, you want love, you don't want to be broke, you whatever, you want to be beautiful, whatever it is, okay? If you want anything in life, you have to first let it go. And you have to let things go because the language of the universe, the language of the divine, the language of God, whatever it is that you believe in, sees things as one. Okay, sees everything as one. Everything, everywhere, all the time at one. So if you feel like you are broke, or if you are so desperately in need of love, to the heavens and the earth, to the universe, you do not have this thing. You do not have this thing because you are not one with it. You are separate from it. So think about everything that you already do have. I want you to do that. Think about what you do have, okay? You have your clothes on. How often do you think about your clothes? How often do you think about, I want these clothes that I have on right now? You don't. How often do you think about the car that you have that you drive every single day that gets you everywhere where you need to go? You don't. How often do you think about how much you can eat breakfast if you eat breakfast every day? You don't. So honestly, you guys are a little bit ungrateful, honestly. But the same thing goes for the things that you want, the things that you want to materialize. Again, whether it's your career, love, life, physical appearance, whatever the case may be. You feel separate from it. You want it so badly. So what the universe sees is this, they're separate from it. And so the universe will always mirror back you to you. So if you are separate from something, you're never going to get it. This is why you hear, you don't chase, you attract. Very cliche, but I'm going to give an example of what this means, okay? So say that you want a person really, really badly. You keep chasing them, chasing them, chasing them, and they just don't want you. And the second that you let them go, right, that's when they come running back. Or say like there's like a goal that you're trying to achieve and you want it so badly and you just keep thinking about this, like I want to have money, I want to do this every single day, and it just feels like you keep getting further and further and further away from it. Like you literally visibly can notice, like, I am not getting what I want, okay? This is because, again, you are not one with what it is that you want. So it is reflected back to you that you don't have it. Now imagine the things that you don't think about. And this is a really good example. Whenever there is like a truth that you are trying to avoid, whether it's you're not confident, or whether it's you're jealous, or whether you're insecure, or there's like a test coming up or an assignment coming up, something that you just completely want to ignore and just avoid. These things, they disappear. They disappear. And what happens? What happens the more that you avoid? What happens the more that you don't think, you try your best not to think about not being confident, being insecure, doing the homework that you have to do, the exam that you have to do? It happens. It comes to you. This is literally like the laws of the universe. What you chase will run from you, and what you don't chase will be attracted to you. So this can be used vice versa for good things, bad things, literally whatever. So first, I want you to understand that in order to have something, you have to know how to let it go. And that is what this video is going to be about today. How to let go and detach. To begin, I need you guys to understand that the natural lifespan of an emotion is 90 seconds. Anywhere from 60 seconds to 90 seconds. A minute to a minute and a half. When you feel emotions, you are meant to feel them like so. The emotion arises, you feel it, and then it's released. Okay? Okay, I want you to think of a time where you were scared, like you got jump scared, okay? Like your mom scared you, somebody surprised you, like your heart jumped, okay? So what happened when that happened? You got scared, right? Maybe you can anxiety, fear. And then once you realize there's no threat, your emotions went back down. Okay? You calm back down. This is how all emotions operate. All of them. The natural lifespan of an emotion is 60 to 90 seconds. I don't care what anybody says. Your body does not know the difference between sad, happy, scared, anxious. Your body doesn't understand those terms, right? Your body's not like, okay, this is fear. I'm gonna let it make it last longer, or this is excitement and I'm gonna make it last longer. No. This is not how this works, okay? 1 minute to 1 minute and 30 seconds is the natural lifespan of an emotion. The emotions that you guys, the things that you guys are stuck in, right? Whether it's a relationship, whether it's a mentality, whatever the case may be, like you guys can't get out of your heads. You guys can't stop feeling anxious. You guys wake up feeling anxious and you go to sleep feeling anxious and you wake up feeling stressed and you go to sleep feeling stressed, whatever the case may be. I need you to understand how abnormal that is. Okay? Like, this is the natural lifespan of an emotion, 60 to 90 seconds. And some of you guys are spending damn near 24 hours in certain emotions. It doesn't make sense. Okay, it makes sense, but it's not right. Okay. First of all, let me tell you what staying in a prolonged state of any emotion does to you. Like, okay, let me put it into perspective, okay? Imagine you get excited because someone throws you a surprise party and then you're just blissed out for the next 24 hours. That would be very scary and very abnormal. It goes for the same thing. Sadness, anxiety, depression, whatever. If it is lasting longer than this, then that means you have a problem letting go. If you don't know how to let go of anything, right? If you are struggling in a relationship, if you are struggling with your career, with your life, you wake up with anxiety, you have depression, whatever it is, the problem usually falls under how to let go. Some of you guys are living in your emotions for 24 hours, 7 days a week, every single day in the month. Okay, first off, let me tell you what happens when you are in a stressful state. And the way that you get in a stressful state is by prolonging the natural lifespan of an emotion. So if you prolong the natural lifespan of an emotion, which most of you are doing, then you're automatically in a state of stress, okay? And if you're in a state of stress, let me tell you what stress is for, okay? I'm gonna sit down when I say this. When our ancestors were cavemen and they were being chased by lions and tigers and whatever, they had to protect themselves. This is when stress was developed, because we needed to surpass our natural ability of endurance, of speed, all of these things, okay? So when you're in a state of stress, when our ancestors were in a state of stress, the things that were prioritized were your fight or flight, because you needed to run and hide and think quick, like you're in a survival mode, okay? Survival mode. Back then, yes, they were in survival mode. They had to think like that. And you want to know what works when you're in a survival mode, when you're in a stress state, when you're in a fight or flight, when your nervous system is in a fight or flight. The only thing that's going on is your muscles are getting stronger and the blood is pumping through your heart and pumping through your veins. And it's quick, okay? Imagine getting scared. Imagine someone's like, boo, got you. Okay, what's gonna happen? You're gonna get frightened and then you're gonna stop. Imagine like somebody scared you and then you got frightened and then you stayed frightened for the whole day. This would be crazy. Okay, so not only is this only a mental thing, you are also making your body weak. Because what about your digestive system? What about your reproductive system? What about respiratory system? What about your immune system? These systems need your energy too, but all your energy is going to your survival. And you don't need all the systems in your body for immediate survival. Like I said, you don't need your food to digest, right? You don't need you don't need to fight sicknesses when you're stressed. No. When you are stressed, it's like you're running from something, like your muscles. That's all that matters. Your muscular system is all that matters, and your blood is pumping through your body. Your poor blood vessels. Okay. Imagine being in a stressful state for more than 60 to 90 seconds. Some people live in stressful states. You guys live in stressful states, and then you're confused why you look sick. You don't have any energy, you're depressed, you're anxious, you can't get out of bed, you're losing pigmentation, you're losing weight or you're gaining weight, you're getting these diseases. This is all stress because your body needs energy to create new cells. to create white blood cells, to create stem cells, all these things. Your food needs to digest properly. You get what I'm saying? Your immune system needs to fight things, and it's like it's weak. It's weakened because you're in a survival mode. It's completely weakened. So let me tell you that number one, it makes your body sick and it makes you not yourself, right? If you notice that when people get extremely depressed, they lose hair, their skin, they literally look pale, they might gain weight, lose weight. It's just not good, okay? And you know how it feels to get frightened, right? And be in that state. You walk in your room, your mom is behind the door, you get scared, and then you realize there's no threat. Imagine living up here. And I don't want to hear that people, you guys live up here. Point blank, period. You guys live up here. If you wake up feeling stressed, if you go to sleep feeling stressed, if you're in class feeling stressed, if you're at work feeling stressed, if you can't even be in the present moment and you're always thinking about something, honey, you're right here, which means you're right here, which means you are sick. Okay, that's the first part. The second part is this is all mental. This is all mental, okay? So that person that cheated on you, that person that broke up with you, that friend group that did you wrong, that coworker that did you wrong, the job that fired you, whatever it is that has traumatized you, this was you before you were traumatized. This is you when you were traumatized, and this is you. This is where you should be after. You guys stay right here. You guys stay right here when you get traumatized, whether somebody hurts you, whatever the case may be, you stay right here and get traumatized. Imagine, I'm going to keep using this example so you understand. Imagine you get jump scared and then you stay scared forever. This is when you hear people have PTSD, all these disorders. You weren't born with these disorders. You weren't born with these disorders. You don't have to die with these disorders. You don't have to live the rest of your life with these disorders. This is like, I don't like victims. I don't like victims at all, okay? We were all a victim once, okay? Yeah, people, they can really fuck you up and they can really traumatize you, but they're not traumatizing you right now. They're not here right now. And this is what makes people sick because they don't understand that not letting go is all about the mental. Nothing is happening to you. Listen, my heart goes out to the people that were mistreated, abused, misused, done wrong. But if you open your eyes right now and you go outside and you touch some grass, I want you to tell me what's happening right now. Is that happening right now? Are you getting abused right now? Are you getting made fun of right now? No, you're not. And I'm not here to bypass anybody's trauma at all, but at some point, you have to take responsibility for your own trauma and do something about it. Or you're going to live in a survival mode for the rest of your life and you're going to die. You're gonna live a very miserable, weak life. You're not even living, you're surviving. Do you know what surviving means? Surviving means you literally have to move like there's a target on your back, like you're gonna get taken off the map at any point. Like you're off. Somebody's literally targeting you. That's how you're living. If I was living like I knew someone was gonna come and get me, I'd be sick to my stomach every single day. I wouldn't even want to live. This is you guys, unconsciously. You guys don't even want to live. You wake up, you go to these jobs that you hate, you're around these people that you hate, and then you complain. Like it's like you got to do something about it. You got to do something about it. Because another thing is, because this is a mental thing, it goes way deeper than that. Even when you're not in abusive situations or traumatic situations, mentally you are. And if internally, whatever you are internally will be mirrored back to you by the universe and by God. It will always be mirrored back to you. It will be reflected back to you. So a lot of times you guys have gone through hardships, right? Whether it's with money, like say like you got ripped off or you were broke at one point and then you make all this money now, but your mental is still bad. You're still in survival mode. So you will always still be broke. Then money will never be enough. It will never be enough. You can be a millionaire and you will still be stingy with your money. You will still spend your money like you're some sort of broke college student. And if you got cheated on one time, but you're still mentally like you're afraid to get cheated on, you're still in survival mode, guess what? Every relationship, you will find any minor inconvenience and you will say, this person's cheating. This person's wrong. This is how things work, right? People that are just so obsessed with themselves and they love themselves so much, they don't even notice the bullshit around them. Like you could try to talk down on them and try to like do a little elbow comment, but they won't even realize. They don't even care because they're mentally not even paying attention to that. But people that are like, they hate themselves, they don't think they have any money, they hate men or they hate women or they hate whatever, that's still in your mind. Like that's still your inner. So you're going to see that everywhere. Whatever you think about the most, whatever you feel the most, whatever you consume the most is what you will see, okay? So we're going to get a little bit more into the mental aspect of it and of how to let go, because now that you guys know the physical part of it, which is you're gonna, live a shorter life if you stay in a mental stressful state, now you need to understand that You are the one creating your mental, stressful life, and you are the one creating your stressful, awful life. And it has nothing to do with anybody but you. Okay? So, your brain is addicted to consistency. Okay? Your brain is addicted to consistency because your brain is a prediction machine. And just like anybody, if you're going to predict, you need to have some consistent evidence, right? So the more consistent you are at something, the better your brain has the ability to predict. Whatever you think about creates your reality, shapes your reality. And whatever you don't think about is completely ignored and blocked out, okay? So there's this thing in our brain called the reticular activating system. And I'm sure you've heard it before, but it pretty much filters reality as we can, for how we can perceive it, right? Because reality is everything, everywhere, all at once. But there are certain pieces of reality that can be completely invisible to you. For example, if you say that I want a red car, very soon you will start to see red cars everywhere. All right. This is just how our brain works. It's not magic. Okay. The red cars were already there, but now you're paying attention to it. This is what your brain does. Okay. Whatever you're consistent at, it predicts. This is, you don't see through your eyes, you see through your mind. You see what your mind wants you to see. You see what your mind wants you to see, which is prediction. Okay. Follow me. So if you want to see what you want to see, your brain needs to be able to predict it. And for your brain to be able to predict it, you have to be consistent at it. So if you want love, real love, you have to consistently consume real love. But if you want money, if you want to be wealthy, then you need to consistently consume wealth. You get what I'm saying? But okay, we're gonna focus on the part that you guys are at right now, and then I'm gonna show you how to get to where you want to get. Okay, these people that have done you wrong, that have cheated on you, they have you guys in chains. These people, whether it's a people, place, person that has traumatized you, you are literally in chains. You are in shackles because it's not happening right now. But because you were so consistent at consuming it, whether it was a toxic ex, whether it was gossip, whether it was just being around people that think a certain way, like whatever it is that you're consistent at, again, is what will be predicted by your brain. Your brain's ability to predict is the most powerful thing and the most important thing to take away from this, because this shapes your perception. Your perception is like your personal reality, right? Which is your reality. Which is your personality. But your perception is just how you view the world. Because nobody's view of the world is right or wrong. It's, again, based off of how we perceive reality. We as humans cannot perceive all that there is to reality. So we perceive whatever it is that we can, which is a very small amount. This is why people can have two completely different viewpoints. Think about the politics in the world right now. Think about how there's one side and think about how there's another side, and they both hate each other and they both think the other side is very despicable. These people, they don't think that they're wrong. If somebody's standing 10 toes down on something, they don't think they're wrong. This is literally like their perception, which isn't just their personality. You hate people with bad personalities. This is not just their personality. This is not just their personal reality. This is not just their perception. This is not just their brain's ability to predict. This is whatever they're consistent at, like from a very young age. So this is when you call people like, you're tone deaf, or you're just like not in reality. Yeah, that's the point. They're not in your reality. And you can't see that because you're not in theirs. It's never going to be the same. You're never going to understand because you guys have different brains. It's completely different. Like I said, the natural lifespan of an emotion is anywhere from 60 to 90 seconds. This is the chart that we're going to use. You before the emotion, you after the emotion, you during the emotion, with the peak right there. Okay. So we're going to use getting cheated on as an example because a lot of people, they get cheated on, unfortunately. So this is you before you get cheated on. This is you while you get cheated on, right? And the way that it's supposed to go is this is you after you get cheated on, right? It's very traumatizing. I'm not trying to downplay it at all. At all. It's awful, right? But what you guys are actually doing, you guys get cheated on and you don't let it go. You think about it some more. You try to understand it. You try to analyze it, and you avoid it because it's too hard to think about. And then next thing you know, you're just right there. You never even got to come back down. And then 10 years go by, then 20 years go by, then 40 years go by, then you're 90 years old and you're regretting your entire life. Yeah, you guys need to snap back into reality, because these things that you cannot let go of, these people that you cannot let go of, these situations, these circumstances, they are killing you. Whatever situation that is that you're trying to get through, the reason why it's continuing to stay on your mind, the reason why it's literally depressing you and depleting you, is because it is a part of your perception. And whatever is a part of your perception, listen, think about your perception as a mirror, okay? Whenever you stand in the mirror and look at it, it's going to reflect back you looking at you. This is your perception. So if you have a perception about life where it's like, rich people suck, every single rich person that you meet, they will suck. But if you have a viewpoint where it's like, I love rich people, every single rich person that you meet, you'll love them. This is how perception works. Perception is a mirror, okay? However you stand in front of the mirror is what it's going to reflect back to you. Think about it like if you raise your hand in the mirror, your reflection is going to raise its hand back. This is your perception, okay? And it starts with you. So we already talked about how perception is your personal reality. Reality is everything, everywhere, all at once. So this is your personal reality, your inward, okay? Your inner. This is your perception, because your brain is predicting that whatever it is, whatever traumatized you, whatever it is that you're going through is still happening. And your brain thinks it's still happening. It's predicting that it's still happening because it was so consistent. Or it was so traumatizing that it just stuck with you. Because the way that the subconscious mind works, okay, the subconscious mind is what's behind this prediction. The subconscious mind is the one pulling the strings behind your brain predicting, which leads to your brain's perception, which leads to your personal reality. It is your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind, the language of the subconscious mind is emotion. So if there was something that gave you such a strong emotion, it went straight to your subconscious mind. Or if there was something that you thought or did or consumed so consistently, it became so normal that those emotions built up, and it became normal. So think of emotion, right? Think of emotion when you think about this. Emotion is like the mastermind to all of this. Now that we know the mastermind of all of this, emotion, this is all going to tie together, okay? Because this is not just all your mind, right? Your body plays a part as well. This is pretty much the process of your mental, right? Like what's happening in your mind, right? But there's two parts. There's an emotional part and there's a mental part. So the reason why you can't stop thinking about this person, or you can't stop thinking about whatever it is that's keeping you so stuck, is because you have been so consistent at it, or it was so emotional that your brain predicts it, and it sees it in everything, and it predicts it, which means that it becomes your perception, which means you see that everywhere. It is mirrored to you, reflected to you. It is reflected to you everywhere, which means it is your personal reality, your personality. Okay? That is the mental part. But the emotional part is the very, 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 the most important part of this. Because like I said, what is pulling the strings is your subconscious mind. And your subconscious mind can only be tamed by emotion. The language of the subconscious mind is emotion. So we need to speak about the emotional part of these things. Okay? So when you think a thought, your brain creates a chemical signal that is felt in your body, and that is called the emotion. Your body does not know the difference. And I need you to start separating your mind and your body. Your body does not know the difference between sad and happy. It only knows chemical charges, right? It only knows electrical charges. You can be extremely sad But if that emotion is charged higher, is deeper, that's all your body knows is that that's a highly charged emotion. But if you can be happy and not be that happy, like imagine like your mom packs your lunch every single day, you're still happy, but it's like you're not overly happy, right? So in some situations, your body can feel more with sadness than happiness. Don't think of emotions as good or bad. Like emotions, your body doesn't know the difference between any emotion, right? Your body only knows the feeling. Okay, like I said, say you get jump scared, right? And this is the emotion, like that. And then say your mom buys you some cereal, and then this is the happiness, right? You see the difference? This is a higher charged emotion. Similarly, say you found out that your dog of 30 years died. This is like your sadness, right? And then you found out that you got 100 on your test. And it's like, you get what I'm saying? So the emotion itself doesn't matter. It is only the depthness, all right? It's only the depth, right? Like how deeply you feel it, how charged it is, okay? So you think thoughts, and you think anywhere from like, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's like 7,000 to 70,000 thoughts per day. Not all your thoughts come with emotions, but some thoughts are emotionally charged. So we're going to speak about the emotionally charged emotions. So you have the thoughts, and then with the thoughts comes the emotions that is felt in your body. Okay, this is the mind, this is the body, right? So you think a thought, turns into a chemical signal felt in your body. It's the emotion. Now, your body is actually an addict. Your body loves emotions. Your body loves emotions. Okay? That's like your body's food, right? Like it loves emotions, right? So imagine that you are, let's see, and okay, yeah. And your body is obviously gonna want the higher charged emotion. Your body doesn't want no baby charge. Your body wants whatever is gonna give it the most kick. That's why I say that your body is an addict for emotions, right? So say you got cheated on, okay? I'm sorry if this is triggering you guys. This is just the best example. Or somebody hurt you or betrayed you. Now, when that happened in the moment, were you traumatized? Very likely, yes, you were. But 10 years later, 2 months later, 3 months later, even one day later, is it still happening? No. And this is not bypassing grief. Like I said, all emotions, 60 to 90 seconds. Grief will come and it will go. Grief will come and it will go. That's why people say healing isn't linear. It will come and it will go. But it doesn't stay. It doesn't just go up and then stay. That's not what people mean when they say healing is forever. They mean the natural cycle of emotion. You're always going to feel emotion and it's always going to come and go. So say that you still haven't recovered from this, right? And you think about it often. You think about the thought like, I'm getting broken up with. What's going to happen? When it happened, right? That emotion left such a strong imprint on your body that your body wants it again. Your body craves it. So what's going to happen? Well, where did the emotion come from? The emotion came from the incident. Is the incident still happening? Nope. This person cheated on you once and this is it. This person lied to you, this is it. This person betrayed you and this is it. So how does your body get what it wants, which is to feel that emotion again? It starts bringing up thoughts. It starts bringing up thoughts that will generate that emotion. This is why you're stuck in your head about this person. This is why you don't even miss this person, but you still think about them. This is why you're thinking about the last word. This is why you're like, I want to have the last word. This is why you're thinking about everything that you don't have. This is why you wake up anxious, go to sleep depressed, because your body is literally trying to produce emotions that it wants. Okay? It's an addict. Your body is an addict, right? And so this is why certain situations stay alive much longer than this is why it takes people much longer to heal. Not because they're not over it, right? Like logically you can be over something. Psychologically you can still be over something, but mentally, physically, like all across all planes, you might not be over it. And most of the time it's because of your body. So, like I said, there's a mental part, which is the consistency, the perception, and the personal reality. This is like how it manifests in your life. But the reason that it's happening, the emotion, is because your body wants something, right? You could be having a completely good day, and then bad thought will pop in your head. Why? Because your body's like, this is my daily dose. Like I need my emotions, right? If you've been in a toxic relationship, or you had a toxic childhood, or you're used to whatever, just something bad where your emotions were always like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, like this, and say that you move past that situation, you're not in that environment, you're not talking to these people, whatever anymore, you will notice that your body has its own pattern that you set. You set the tempo for your body. So even if you remove the stimulus, whatever's triggering you, your body will still want to feel that normal pattern. So you could be having a perfectly good day, then you just have a bad thought, and then your emotions spike. And then it comes back down. Literally nothing is wrong. And then you think about this person. You're enjoying your day, and then you're having regrets, you're having guilt. This is not you. Your body is extremely intelligent, and it's sneaky, and it's smart, and that's what it does. That's exactly what it does. So you can understand now why the life that you're living, your personal reality, your reality is not what you want it to be. You understand that it's because of your perception, and you understand that that is because of your brain's ability to predict, and you understand that that is because of consistency or emotion. And now we know how emotion affects our body, but we need to learn how to let go. So this is what I'm going to explain. Sorry if I've been talking too much, but we're going to erase this whiteboard. Before I tell you guys how to actually let go, right, and live the life that you want to live, I need to first say that you are not a victim, okay? So a lot of times I hear people complaining about the government or the politicians or the laws or the economy or other people. And listen, based on everything I just explained, if you don't already know, we're going to get into your mind. Anything outside of you cannot affect you or control you. If your mind is what creates your emotions felt in your body, and your perception mirrors back you to you, then this clearly has nothing to do with anybody else, okay? Absolutely nothing. It doesn't matter if someone has hurt you. It doesn't matter if someone has traumatized you. It doesn't matter what someone's doing to other people. Listen, if you can understand the fundamentals that you are always being reflected back to you, then you understand nothing outside of you matters. You are creating the depression. You are creating the anxiety. You are creating the trauma. Whatever it is that happened to you, if something happened to you, you got hurt, you got traumatized, I can guarantee you that this is not still happening right now. But you know what's keeping it alive? You're keeping it alive. Your energy is keeping it alive. Your mind is keeping it alive. Your body is keeping it alive. Your body is in the past. If you are thinking every day about something that happened, about a time you got screwed over, about a time you got cheated on, about what you don't have, what you don't want, whatever the case may be, and you're feeling traumatized and you're feeling triggered, okay, then your body doesn't know the difference between right now and last year. That's the power of your mind. Your body doesn't know. So that means if you're thinking about the past, you're living in the past. You're living in the past. There's no one living in the past for you. This is not a reality in which, as far as I know, that somebody can conjure up some emotions and some thoughts and some feelings and then like transfer it to you. So this is your life. This is your life. This isn't on anybody. It doesn't matter who screws you over. It doesn't matter who does you wrong. It doesn't matter what other people think or say when you are the creator of your reality. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is when I talked about the red card theory, when I talked about how reality, there can be pieces of reality that are missing to you. Your brain will filter out things that don't matter to you. They could be right in front of you and you still wouldn't see them. You still wouldn't see them. So what would happen if you stopped seeing the things that you don't like? Then your reality would be different. This is because your life is bad because you're looking at the bad. You're looking for the bad. You're addicted to the bad. Your body, your mind, they're addicted to the bad. They're addicted to the wrong. They're addicted to what isn't going to go right. But there's people that you guys think are tone deaf that you think are in reality. Yeah, they're not in your reality. And you're not in theirs. They're living their life. Like they're not worried about you. They have no care in the world because their life is going exactly how they want it to go. This is very possible, okay? So we're not gonna do the victim mentality either, okay? And I want to say that before you try to give advice to anybody, make sure that you're good. Make sure that you're good. I don't want people, because whenever I'm on other social medias, people, they say, oh, don't, this is tone deaf, like this is how money works, or this is how happiness works, or this is how life works. But you guys don't have money. But you guys don't even have any money to be talking about this. You guys don't even have any happiness in your life to be talking about this. You guys don't have any healthy relationships in your life to be talking about this. So why would anybody listen to you? Why are you trying to call the government and the politicians and the people in power, whoever you want to call, but you're not looking in the mirror and calling out yourself? And you think that if you tell people what to do, they're going to listen, but you can't even listen to yourself. You can't even tell yourself what to do and do it. So enough with the victim mentality, okay? Because you can be a victim one time, and then after that you need to let it go. These people, they did you wrong, they did their due diligence, and now they're gone. Thank God. We don't want them back. We don't want them back. And before I move on, another thing that I want to say is, you guys think that you have bad luck, or you guys think that you're just in these repeated loops. These are your own loops that you're creating. These are your own cycles that you're creating. Your ex that did you so wrong, you can't mentally get them off your mind. You are literally, your body literally thinks that you're still in a toxic relationship with them. And then you think it's like divine timing when you get back together with them, and you're sick to your stomach when they're still mistreating you and when they're still awful. But you did this to yourself. But you did this to yourself. This was not divine timing. And let me tell you guys something else that might not feel good. Okay? Nothing is fated in this life. Nothing is fated unless you decide for it to be fated. This person coming back into your life is not fated. This job that you wanted but didn't get is not fated. Like every single thing is it's like a ripple effect. It's a domino effect from you. Not, this world doesn't even have any meaning. Nothing has any meaning unless we give it meaning or we give it value. Okay? So I just need to emphasize that you are the creator. You are in control. It is you versus you. It's always been you. When you get clear on this, nobody and nothing can take anything away from you. You are not a victim, my love. And if you want to be a victim, then understand that in order to be a victim, things need to keep happening to you. And you need to keep getting traumatized and abused and talked down on or whatever and mistreated. So if you want to be a victim, then be prepared for what responsibilities come with being a victim. Because victims are just not, they're not just victims. Victims are victims. Like they get hurt. They're the ones that get the short end of the stick. So if that's what you want to be, if that's what you want your reality to be, then go ahead and claim it. But if not, keep watching. I keep forgetting points to add, but this is gonna add to being the victim. I know I'm like edging you guys, like making you guys wait for like the secret sauce, but if you're really about it, then you're gonna wait and you're gonna have a good attention span, okay? We don't want any shitty attention spans over here anyways. Okay, so another reason why you're not the victim, okay? You're broke because you're broke, okay? You're poor because you're poor. You're unhappy because you're unhappy. You're unlovable because you're unlovable. All these things that happen, you guys, I'm trying to tell you. From within, so without. From within, so without. There's no people above you that are taking your money from you. All women aren't evil. All men aren't evil. All wealthy people aren't evil. All certain race, certain gender, they're not evil. No. That's simply you. So you guys actually need to start understanding that whatever you think about outside of you is just what's inside of you. So you're honestly being offensive and disrespectful to yourself. If you are wealthy and abundant from within, then that will be mirrored back to you. So without. Like you won't be without any wealth. You won't be without any money. If you have so much love within you, then you won't be without love in your external or your material world. Yeah. So let's get into this really quickly. How to let go. The first thing that you're gonna do when the emotion arises, this is you being neutral, this is the emotion, and this is you coming back to a neutral state. This is the objective, this is the goal, and I'm gonna show you how to do it and how not to do it. What you guys are doing, okay, and apply your own situation to this. You know the mechanics behind it now, so apply your own situation to this, okay? So this is you at your starting point, at your neutral state. And then an emotion is triggered, okay? Now, how does this emotion stay here and grow larger and larger and never express itself? And we know By now we know that not letting go of an emotion and not expressing yourself leads to sickness, leads to misery, and leads to a bad reality. So, how would one keep it alive and not allow it to express itself? All right. You would avoid it. I don't think I'm writing that big enough. You would avoid it, suppress it, ignore it, bypass it, all those things, okay? And I don't think people genuinely understand what ignoring, avoiding, and suppressing an emotion is, right? I want you guys to keep in mind, I am talking about an emotion. Emotion, not a thought. Because we know the thought is what is going to create the emotion, right? E for emotion, T for thought. So you have the thought and then the emotion arises. Instead of letting the emotion release, you avoid it by either overthinking about it, like, why am I feeling this way? Or why am I thinking these thoughts? Or whatever, right? Or you try to analyze it, like, okay, I'm feeling this way. This is how I get it to stop. Or what a lot of people do is this is when you start to daydream. This is when you start to think, you just start to think more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Okay? It's not think. It's think, emotion, release. Think, emotion, release. You guys are thinking back and forth and then confused why you don't get to the release, okay? This is what a lot of you do. Instead of feeling the emotion, okay, you have to feel it. You can't think it. Your thinking is down here. Is that how you spell think? You think down here and then you feel up here. So if you're thinking up here, the emotion will not be released. So what you'll begin to notice is when you are triggered by something, you start to spiral in your thoughts because your brain is trying to make sense of it. Remember, we talked about this. Okay, wait, I want to tie this back to the lesson that was just before this. When you get triggered with an emotion, I had to change angles because my iPad died, but it's okay. We're going to move on. So something that I forgot to mention earlier when I was talking about your brain's ability to predict and it's how it shapes your perception is your brain, its ability to predict is its safety. So it feels safe when it's able to predict. And when it's not able to predict, it feels very unsafe. And like I said, your brain's ability to predict is tied to your survival, as we spoke about earlier. So if your brain didn't expect something or it can't predict it, it's going to freak out and it's going to try to get you back on course. It's going to try to think thoughts that align with what it is that it can predict. So when you do get triggered, the reason that it's not releasing is because your brain feels unsafe. Your body feels unsafe because this emotion is not familiar. So instead of releasing it, you try to avoid it altogether. And how do you avoid an emotion? You think your way out of it. This person cheated on me. Okay, why did they cheat? Was it because of this? Was it because of that? Okay, I don't have this much money. Is it because of this? Or this person screwed me over. I bet they did this because of this. Or if I do this, I'll feel all these things. This is avoiding, suppressing, ignoring, and bypassing. That's what it is. It's not literally just like, I'm going to leave it alone. That's actually letting it go. You guys think that you're letting go, but you're really just avoiding, suppressing, ignoring, or bypassing it, okay? So there's a bunch of ways to stay stuck up there. But if you want to release it, actually let it go, okay? And we spoke about this too, just to tie it all back together. When you let something go, what does that signify to the universe? That you're one with it. So if you let it go, you'll get what you want. If you let go what it is that you're stressed about, if you let go of what it is that you want so bad, you will get it. And all you want is to be free, is to be released from this cycle of thought, overthinking, complicating, analyzing. You get what I'm saying? Depression, anxiety. If you let it go, if you let the emotions go, they will be released and you will get the state of being that you want, which is just freedom, which is just peace. I'm going to tell you how to let go. Okay? Okay, I really hope this angle is not awful because it's just completely changed, but it is what it is. The message is what matters. Okay, so as we said, you think here, this is the thought, you feel the emotion, and then you want to release it. What you're going to do is when the thought arises and it creates a chemical signal and it creates an emotion that your body's not familiar to, it's going to be very present in your body. The first thing that you're going to do is recognize it. Become aware, right? Become aware without any attachment. Like, oh, I'm thinking this. Okay. This is making me feel a certain way, like feel it physically. Okay. The only thing you need to use your thoughts for and your thinking mind for and your brain for is to notice the thought. Don't let these thoughts slip past you, especially if they're emotionally charged. Do not let them slip past you. Because like we said, the subconscious mind speaks in consistency and emotion. So don't let the thoughts slip past you. Become aware. Pay attention to your thoughts that you're thinking because a lot of them are unconscious. And you don't even know how you're getting to this point. You just think it starts here, you're just emotional. No, honey, it starts here with the thought. So become aware of the thought. When the emotion arises, feel it in your body. Just feel it in your body. Don't tell a whole story. Don't make it a whole speech. Don't make it a big deal. Just look at it like it's puny. Like, okay, I'm feeling some sadness in my heart. I'm feeling some anxiousness in my stomach. Like be somatic. Like feel where it is in your body and just feel it. You can't think your way out of an emotion. Just feel it. How do you feel it without stopping, without spiraling and staying up here and thinking thoughts? You breathe. Just breathe and notice it. Put all your attention, all your focus, all your energy on that emotion. Pay attention to it. Watch it closely. Like, okay, I feel it in my heart right now. Let's see how long it'll last, and just breathe. It will go away. When you do this, it will go away. It will go away and it will release itself. And then you're back to normal. That is how you do it. Because like I said, if it's something not as hard to deal with, like you get jump scared, this is natural. But when it comes to anxiety, depression, when it comes to thinking about someone that really hurts you, it's hard to just release it. But what you're going to do is be aware of what you are thinking. Be aware of this is the cause. This was the cause. It didn't start here. This is the effect. So the thought, pay attention to the thought, pay attention to the emotion, and just let the emotion be. Don't let yourself tell any stories. Don't let yourself think some more. If you start thinking, refrain from it and go back to your breathing. Go back to your breathing, go back to the emotion, ground, look around you, like get out of your mind. Just be with your body. Just feel it. Okay? And it will release. Now, what's going to happen after you do this one time successfully? You're going to feel great. You're going to feel accomplished. You're going to feel amazing. But more thoughts will come. And that's going to be for a number of reasons. Number one, this cycle that you're doing, this cycle where you think, you feel the emotion, and then you think some more, and then you go back to thinking, then you go back to feeling. This is part of your body's natural pattern, like I said previously. This is part of what your body is craving. It wants this. So it's going to bring more of these. So be prepared. Be prepared. But what did I say about consistency? And what did I say? What did I say about consistency? Whatever you're consistent at, your brain will expect. Your mind will expect. And whatever your mind expects will be translated to your body. And your body will start to expect that. Your body will become your mind again. Because that's where it all started. It started in your mind. Your body thinks it has authority now. It thinks, I want some depression. So thoughts, brain gets to pumping the depression, gets pumping the emotions. And then they start coming. Your body thinks it can start making all these demands like, okay, I want to feel some depression now. Like, bring the thoughts, and then the thoughts are going to come. So when you do this and when you finally release it and liberate yourself, you're going to have to be consistent. This is why I say it's you versus you, because it is a battle. It is survival of the fittest. It is you versus you. So you have to be able to go beyond your thoughts and beyond your mind and be able to know that the emotion is just your body wanting to feel something. So you're going to have to do the same thing consistently. Pay attention to the thought. You know where it came from. Let the emotion release. Pay attention to the thought. You know where it came from. Release. If you're consistent at this, then what do you think will happen? Your body, number one, won't be addicted to doing this, won't be addicted to those crazy ass emotions. It'll be addicted to whatever you're consistent at. And if you're consistent at this, then your body will become addicted to neutrality, just being calm. So even when things do happen, your body's natural instinct is to go and release. Your body, your mind, they don't work against you. I hear a lot of people saying, oh my God, I'm such an overthinker, it's just my brain. No, these things are meant to work in your favor if you just know how to use them. If you train your body and your mind to release your emotions naturally, they will, and they will do it without you having to do anything. But just like you got here in this unhealthy cycle, you're going to have to get yourself out of it and get yourself into a healthy cycle. And once you do that consistently, your mind and your body will help you out, and then you won't even have to do it on your own anymore. And then that all ties back to if you train your mind and your body to feel and think the way you want to, which will keep you calm and peaceful, and you're consistent at that, then your brain is going to start predicting that. And when your brain starts predicting that, that is going to shape your perception. And your perception is what creates your reality, which creates your personal reality. So, in conclusion, this video was wild, crazy, very long, and I hope it makes sense. When I make these videos, I make no sense to myself, but I hope that it makes sense. In conclusion, you need to retrain yourself to start naturally releasing emotions the way they're meant to be released, to the point where your brain expects that, to the point where your body and your mind expect that. That is how you let go of anything. Because all anything is an emotion. All anything is a state of being. So in order to let anything go, anyone go, you just have to let go of a certain state of being. That's it. And if you can let that go, the odds will work out in your favor. Your brain won't freak out anymore. Like if you learned how to let go of toxicity, abusive relationships, drama, poverty, being broke, being tired, if you learn how to let that go emotionally, then you're letting that state of being go. And when I say state of being is your frequency, right? And your frequency is just how you perceive reality, which again is your perception. So if you can let go of anything that you don't want, then you won't see anything that you don't want. You won't feel anything that you don't want. And I'll make another video. This is going to be another video on how to start seeing what you do want, experiencing what you do want, being in states of being that you do want to experience, not just letting go. The first part is we got to remove some baggage so we have room for the things that we want. So that'll be the next video. Yeah, this is how you let go of anything or anyone and free yourself, liberate yourself from the miserable reality that you're living. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video.